Good afternoon, Erik Haaland here with David Walters Yachts. We're in Annapolis today. We're going to take a tour of Adventure. Adventure, the boat behind me is a 2003 Hylas 46. She's in impeccable condition. This boat's been extremely lightly used, and her owners are now switching over to powerboat. So she is on the market, seriously for sale. She's on the heart of Port Annapolis Marina. So if you're looking for a Hylas 46, this is definitely the one. Let's take a walk through and show her everything she's got and how incredible this yacht is for this age. Okay, so we're gonna start outside, down on the ground here today with Adventure. Then we'll roll up into the deck and then go through the interior. So, starting here on the port side, the first thing we're gonna notice is that we do have a bow thruster, factory installed Hylas bow thruster, right there. She is the standard draft Hylas 46, and we also have a auto prop full propeller back here. Now this is a great prop because it's very low drag and has a great amount of service area on the blades. So she's got great maneuverability on the dock and excellent speed while under sail. As you can see from the bottom, it's in great condition, great adhesion, no issues there. Now here's something really neat. This is a 2003 boat. Winter cover came off a few weeks ago. She has not yet been detailed. And just look at the gel coat. That is original 2003 gel coat in excellent condition. Take a look at the stainless around the port light there. Just beautiful. Just, not detailed. It hasn't been detailed in probably 6, 7, 8 months. But just in really nice shape. We have a Teak with stainless steel rope strake. We have the aluminum tow rail. And we have the nice stainless steel striker plates on the bow for the anchor. Now just walking around, you can see there's no evidence of any kind of damage or old repairs you'd see in the gel coat. If there's a repair, it'd be shading, and there is none. And just look at that shine right there. That is unwaxed right now. Pretty incredible, huh? I mean, if you're looking for a yacht builder that's going to last, a Hylas is definitely ranking up there in the top of the top. For a boat of this age that looks this good, really incredible. Something to note here is this great stainless steel ladder. Now this is built into every Hylas 46 out there, and it's a deep ladder. It's actually about 4.5 feet long. It gets down deep into the water so you can easily get out. A lot of ladders you see on boats are too short or they're too thin. This is a very wide ladder. This is about 1.5 feet in width, so it's easy getting out of the water even with diving gear on. Of course, we got the 2 grab rails, one on either side. Now these here form 2 purposes. One is to grab on, obviously. The second one is when the dinghy is in the davits, it's so it can slide down the side hull into the water. You're not marring up the surface. Of course, we have the trademark Hylas stainless steel protection at the back here. This is great because, you're going to ding at the back of both the dinghy, or if you're med mooring, or just any other kind of damage, you've got protection back here, which is excellent. All right, so let's go upstairs. Something to note here is the Teak, original Teak, still very thick and no raised caulking at the seams here. Just in really nice shape. The Hylas does an excellent job with everything they put together. The Teak work, the gel coat, the construction of the boat, and even their stainless. I mean, look at this, is all 2003 stainless. Just in beautiful condition. Just in really nice shape. Now we got a nice little cockpit shower right here. Hot and cold. We've got a transom locker right here, good for diving gear or your dinghy supplies. We've got a set of Cato Marine davits. Now these they fold up into place. They swing in if you take out this crossbar right here. So you can fold it up, but these do not extend past the transom. So you can still dock the boat pretty much any area. Now back here on the transom, we've got a couple lockers. These might be locked. Let me see. Yep, oh, unlocked. There we go. A couple deep lockers, one on port and starboard. And look at the quality of the hatch. It's a nice thick hatch. Got a gasket on it. You know, still gleams. All the gel coat on the underside here gleams. You know, just a little bit dirty, needs a wash. We just haven't detailed it yet for the spring. You know, typically a lot of Hylases of this age, you'll see a lot of gel coat creasing. There really isn't any on this boat. I mean, there's some here and there. That's just normal for the age. But you know, overall, really, really great condition throughout. You know, the beige non-skid is not fading. It's in great shape. Canvas is new, actually. It's about a season and a half old. All the panels are in brand new condition, and the side panels and the aft panel have never been put up except for the original fitting. They're still wrapped up down below. We get the main sheet traveler back here, Harkin type setup. I'll go straight to the main sheet winch right there, so easy to get to from the helm. We've got canvas covers for everything. The hatches, nicely varnished teak grab rails, all have covers on them. The winches have covers. The helm has a cover. Everything's nicely protected from the elements. Solid aluminum mast. It's a cutter rig. We do have an electric furler for the main. Then we have a Selden vang right here, and all the controls run aft to the cockpit except for the halyards. The halyards are still up here on the mast, and we have two winches, one on either side, to control that. We do have running backstays right here. And the rigging is all in impeccable condition. This is rigging from 2003. I mean, look at that. Stainless steel gleams. Everything's in great shape all throughout. Now again, you know, everything up here is just really, really well done. Now these hatches, these are locally made in Taiwan by Manship. Look at that. Just a little bit of dust. No crazing. Nice stainless steel, and the canvas here is in good shape. You know, it's not falling apart. Like a lot of boats you'll see at this age, things are falling apart. The canvas is getting holes or it's getting wear spots. You got crazy on everything. You got rust on everything. Not this boat. This boat's in tip-top condition. Now, being a cutter rig, we do have the inner forestay right here. Now this is a Selden Furlex 300 furler for the staysail, and then we have a 400 furler for the Genoa. Here's our ground tackle. We've got the windlass right here. We got the trademark Hylas strike plate, custom fitted for every Hylas out there. And just look, you know, that's just in really, really good shape. Got a little more Delta anchor out there. We have a second anchor roller for a second anchor we need to. We have a couple of anchor road pockets right here. And of course, we have our split anchor locker right down here. So we have two anchor roads, and we have a spot for anchor for dock lines and that kind of thing. And also there's an anchor washdown hook up in here. Now going back aft, and take a look at the stainless steel Dorade vents. Look how nice they are. Really good quality reflection. And those are original, 2003, in great shape. The Dorade vent covers, the guards, I'm sorry. They have little attachments here for your halyards, not slapping against the mast. Everything on the boat is just super, super high quality. All the port lights are stainless steel framed on the salon windows. Okay, so now we're down below on adventure. And, I think personally that this is one of the better color combinations I've seen for a Hylas 46. I really like the maroon cushions. They really pop with the teak interior. And, we'll just go ahead and walk through the boat and take a look at everything. And, let's start up front here, up in the forepeak. And so here's the forward head. Trying to zoom out. That's the best I can do. Okay. So forward head. Remember, this is a 2003 boat. How often do you see faucets look like that? Usually they're all pitted up. That one is just starting to see it. Really nice shape. And look at the veneer. All in great condition. All the poles work. None of them are encrusted in salt like some other boats out there. Look at that. Look at that white paint. Looks like it was painted yesterday. There's the staysail chain plate. No leaks. Looks fine. Have a nice teak flip down seat there. We got our mirrors. There I am. Hello. And all these mirrors here, they open up so you can pull them up just like that. Get good access. You look down here under the sink. There are your through holes for your sink drains and your overboard dump for your head, your Y valves, or associated plumbing. Again, boat was built in 2003. And look at all that. I mean, even the grate over the shower sump. Look at that gloss. It's not faded. It's not all scratched up. That's the same way across my. I keep pointing at things to say this is a 2003 boat. Well, it is, and it's in incredible condition for the age. Got all the cockpit cushions here. They're that navy piping white cushions, great condition. A couple little custom features here. I got a little bookshelf that they had Queen Long put in for them up front, and then there's another one right back here. Got nice cabinetry. These are all just had little pulls on them. There you go. On the opposite side, you could do many things on this side of the boat. You could have a little settee here or extra lockers. They prefer to have extra lockers. So this has shelving in here, and there's also a nice little hanging rod right here, so you can actually hang stuff on right here and distribute down. I noticed there's some bits and pieces blown by the screen. It's because the flashlight is on, and it's actually just a little bit of dust I'm kicking because the boat's been closed up for all winter. So need to get down here with a little cleaning crew and make her perfect. Moving aft here into the main salon, we have a nice high gloss varnish saloon table. And the centerpiece here actually comes out, it goes inside, and then you can close this up and make this into a smaller table. Of course, again, the cabin still, look at that. It just looks like it's maybe a year old, not from, back in 2003. I mean, totally a different world then. And we got more cabinetry here. We have air conditioning. We've got built-in flat screen TV, DVD player, even has VHS tape deck. Isn't that classic? Little bookshelf here. This settee on this side pulls out some, so you can have another person sleep here. Now I'm going to go through the galley. On the center line, we got a nice big stainless steel double basin sink. Actually, before we go any further, I want to show something really cool. Now, this is probably one of the only Hylases that have this feature. They asked the owners of this boat when they had it built, can there be a screen fitted here so they don't have to close this hatch all the time? Well, yes. So Hylas actually fit this really cool bug screen in. So you can still have the ventilation, but you don't have to, close the hatch to keep the bugs out. It just slides back into place there. And it just forms, part of the structure of how to do it. You wouldn't notice it otherwise. That's the beauty of having a semi-custom builder, is they can actually do things like this and make it a piece of the boat, and you can't even tell apart. All right, back to the galley. So we got a nice Force 10 oven with stove here. You know, very clean. Looks like it's been used maybe once. And a little flip up cover here, so we get access to the burners. There we go. And this increases the countertop space. Little Hylas cutting board here. Makes a nice spot to do your stuff because all your knives are right here. They're all stored in these little custom holders. We have a trash can down here, more storage, microwave. We've got Gruner seawater cooled refrigeration with holding plates. They're both top and front loading. There you go. All the gasketing is still in place. It's in great shape. We've got more storage over here. There we go. Nice little drawer. So there's your coffee maker and your toaster oven. Have ourselves a pantry right there. And then moving our way to the aft cabin. Again, just a nice setup. We've got a couple little circulation fans, centerline, queen berth. On the port side here, we've got a built-in vanity, like many of the 46s have. Big hanging lock behind the door here. And then on starboard, we've got some more locker space and another hanging locker. Now, some of these boats, they have a settee here. That settee's not in this boat because they wanted more storage. So here we have more storage instead. And it also has a nice double step up to get into bed easier. And of course, we've got another hanging locker right here. This is a big one. There we go. And here we have the aft head. Again, everything's just in great shape. We have a shower stall right here. And this will be storage right there. This can also be the spot for a washer dryer unit. You could turn this into a washer dryer unit very easily. It's pre-wired for it. And then behind the door to the saloon, we've got this access door right here, which gets us to where the water heater is, right up here. And the back side of the generator, which you can access from the other side as well. And then moving into the nav station here. Now we have a nice big Raymarine plotter. There we go, plotter radar right there. We have single sideband. I'm sorry, it's a VHF. Actually, it has single sideband. VHF radio, Pactor modem, inverter charger by Magnum stereo, and of course the Hylas electrical panel. And this is nice because this is actually all digital now. That was about this age range when they started going to all digital displays of analog. So this boat has that feature already put in. Of course, you know, one of the huge pluses of Hylas is, I mean, look at the detail of the wiring. That is beautiful. Everything's labeled, ready to go. Just laid out well. All right, so let's take a look at some of the nitty gritty. All right, take a look at the engine. Now look at that. Very pretty. I mean, just look at that, and you don't see any, any rust, any, issues with the engine that, are apparent anywhere. It looks beautiful for the age of the boat. I mean, look at the fuel filter assemblies. Our fuel filter assemblies look like they were installed yesterday. And we have access on all sides to get to the engine. There we go. So look at all the original stickers on the engine. And just look at that. Pretty incredible. We have our Fisher Panda generator panel here. And we have our tank tender. This is going to tell us what's in the fuel in the water tanks by vacuum gauge assembly. And of course, your tankage, we've got 2 fuel tanks right here, and then there are 2 water tanks just up forward. And just take a look at the top of the tank there. Now, all the hoses are in great shape, the hose clamps, everything else. Now, this is the access here to get to the bilge. Take out a dustpan. There we go. And just look at that. Look at all the fittings. All the stickers are still on everything. Now, there's some of the keel bolts right there. They're in great shape. The paint's in great shape. Hoses are in great shape. Stainless still gleams. How old is the boat again? That's right, 2003. And put this up against a boat made in 2007, 2008. It'd be hard to tell the difference between the 2 boats. So this boat is asking $350, which is $100,000 less than the newer boats out there with more hours. Many more hours. And this boat is ready to go. Do what you want with it. Put on the gear you want to go cruising, or just cruise her as she is. They've done it. They've been at the block several times. Talk about a good-looking boat. Oh, yeah, the canvas. I mentioned it before. I believe it's right back here. Yep, there it is. It's still wrapped in cloth. All in brand new condition. So what does this boat need to go sailing tomorrow? Nothing. There's no maintenance that needs to be done. Nothing to change. Just drop her in, turn the key, put fuel in her, put water in her, and get going. And she's got a dinghy. She's got an outboard motor. And she's all set to go. Let's go ahead and turn off the lights here. We'll turn off the masters. There we go. Go out on deck here again. Taking a look through here on the cockpit, we've got really nice setup up front here. We've got our Vang, our alcohol controls for the main. Set of 3 instruments, depth, speed, and wind. We've got our 2-speed electric primaries. Now that's a key thing to remember about this boat, is that we have 2-speed primaries. Most of these boats only have 1 speed of this vintage. So having 2-speed is a very nice upgrade. And on this side here, we've got the same 2-speed for the starboard winch, and of course our mainsail in and out controls. We've got our engine instrument panel. As you can see, we've got just under 1,100 hours on the engine. And then on the port side here, we've got our auxiliary switch panel for all your lighting controls and bilge pumps. And something else, again, the Teak is just in really, really good shape. I mean, just look at that. No raised edges, great thickness. It's never been sanded. You know, she's just in a great position for another 20 years of sea time. All right, so taking a look at the helm here, you know, it's really just nicely laid out. We've got a nice leather wrapped helm wheel, and the lashing's all in great shape, not falling apart. Single lever controls. Got a compass there. Bow thruster control. Of course, here we've got a autopilot, and this should be a graphic display or a trident. It's a multi-display. Yep. And then our Raymarine chart plotter, and we also have radar on the boat, and there's a chart plotter down below that ties into this as well for repeating. And then we've got our nicely varnished Teak cup holder, and there is a nicely varnished Teak table as well. It's off right now. The owners are super picky about making sure things stay in tip-top condition, so it's been removed for the winter. But you know, just look at that, just in really nice condition. All right, well, you just saw Adventure, a 2003 Hylas 46. She's right here in Annapolis, Maryland, asking $350,000. The boat is immaculate and in ready-to-go condition. So if you're looking for a Hylas, You know who to contact. Erik Haaland, 410-279-3027. We've got other houses here too for you to take a look at. Zoom over here. There's Irene. She's a 2000 Hylas 46. And then right over there, that green one, that's Sirius, a 2001 Hylas 54. I just sold that boat 2 months ago. She's getting refit right now, and then she'll be going down to North Carolina. So if you're looking for the right boat, we've got them here. We'll find you the right one, so give us a call.